Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. They're okay here. They're okay. I apologize about yesterday morning, about not being here, but I've been trying for the last couple of days to, basically to get a loan. Because it's kind of coming down to the wire where I need some money for something, and I don't have any. So that's what I was doing yesterday. That's why I thought I was going to be late at first because I was filling out a couple of. What the fuck are you doing, laptop? But I thought I was going to be late, because what the fuck are you doing, laptop? So I said, let me just push it back a couple hours, and then I realized that I was going to have to go beyond just doing online fucking applications, and I went around to a couple of places in my town as well. Suffice it to say, it was all for naught because apparently you can't get a loan without a checking account, and all I have is a savings account. That's all I've had for many years. So I was fucked. So my only choice was to get like an auto loan, a loan on my car. But the problem with that is that for some reason, see, the car that I have used to be my sister's and mine. We shared it, right? Because we lived together for several years. And one day she let me have it and got a different one. And this several years ago, when we were both still driving it, uh, it got repossessed because my sister is horrible with money. I mean, I'm not great with money, but my sister is oblivious of the effects of just not having money. Like, she's one of those people that's just like, oh well. And it's just like you can't just always say, oh well. But this was one of those situations that she said, oh well. So the car got repossessed. That, like I said, many years ago. So they had the title somehow. I don't understand exactly how all this works either, but somehow they had the title. So it's like two cities away. Apparently, has been where the title for our car is, or my car is now, for years, just sitting there. And I didn't know this. I was like, because I was like, I was going to take out the fucking car loan, right? And I called her and I said, hey, do I have the title or do you have the title? And she said, oh, it's in, and told me where it was. And I was like, what the fuck? How long has it been there? And she tried to blow it off like it wasn't any big deal. So yesterday, I was trying real hard not to kill my fucking sister. It was a struggle. It was a struggle because much like as is usual, I'm hating to talk, you know, about family and whatnot. But it's like a comedian when it's like a comedian. Comedians make jokes about what they know. They make jokes about what they experience. They make jokes about their family, their friends, and YouTubers are not a whole lot different in that regard. You got to talk about what you're experiencing and what you're going through, and this is what I'm going through right now. That I would very much like to smack the shit out of her, cause she made it all out like it's my fault, like it's all my fucking fault, like it's all my fucking fault. Like I'm the dipshit that let the car get repossessed in the fucking first place. Like I'm the dipshit that decided after she got it back, because I think she's the one who went and got it, because she was the one who he let it get repossessed. But I'm the idiot who left our fucking goddamn car title in another fucking city because we didn't think we would need to. She said, "Well, I told them to mail it to me, and they just never did," which is fucking awesome. Which you know what that means? What that means is that it probably got lost in the mail. So because I need $160 or so. It's not that much, which is the stupid thing about it. I need $160 by Monday to pay my fucking court costs, right? From back when, a couple months ago when I got those tickets, if you'll remember. And the problem is, we don't know if our title got lost in the fucking mail because she told them to mail it to us, but it never showed up. Apparently, that's what she quote unquote says. So I'm putting all my hopes on the fact that she's gonna get the fuck up and go. I don't even know how far that place is from where we live. I have no idea. But I'm putting all my faith on the fact that she's gonna get up Monday morning and go get that done in time for me to fucking goddamn then go get a loan before I go to fucking work, and somehow I'm gonna have to squeeze in goddamn going to the fucking um, plasma center. All of this before work. Somehow, all of this shit is now hinging on very particular fucking goddamn activities from somebody who is historically one of the laziest human beings on the face of the planet. So, yay for me. Yay for me. Mm, Man, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Sorry, I'm fixing my thumbnail right now, and that's why I'm just having story time and letting y'all know why the fuck I wasn't here yesterday. Because much like everyone else in this goddamn country right now, I am desperate for fucking money, and there is no money to be had. But by God, I got a whole lot of people telling me that this is the best time that the fucking country's ever fucking experienced. This is the golden era. Golden era brought on by the very oh goddamn. Yep. Told over and over and over again that everything's perfect. Everything's grand and great. He's fixing everything, y'all. He's fixing everything. Okay? Okay. Because it doesn't feel like it. It kind of feels like I'm in worse situation than with the last guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not seeing any great improvement in my lifestyle or fucking anything that's going on. I'm not feeling a whole lot goddamn different, but hey, whatever, right? What the fuck ever. What the fuck ever. I've almost got this thumbnail done, by the way. Almost got this thumbnail done. But yeah, that's where I was yesterday trying to get money. Trying to get money. I'm one of those people. I do not like being lied to. I do not being talked to like I'm fucking stupid. I do not being like being you know, put aside. Oh, shut up. And the problem is that in my, I'm not intending to get political here. It's not my goal. It really isn't. But I'm not allowed to question. I'm not allowed to question anything that he's done. Like that's where a lot of people, and all right, I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, I'm fucking MAGA. Whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck anymore. If you know that, I don't care. I'm MAGA. There's a lot of people in MAGA. This isn't really good. We're not happy with this. And then there are like cult like members of MAGA who are then attacking us viciously for even daring to question him. And we're trying to say, guys, this is not a good look for you guys. Do you understand? This is not a good look. You're kind of proven to be just like the left. You're attacking people that have questions, that have concerns, that maybe think there's a couple of things that are bad ideas. And we're not supposed to be doing that. Remember? I mean, there are actual people who worship that man as God right now. And it's like, Jesus Christ. I like his policies. I like some of the things that he's decided to do, some of the things that he's decided to focus on. But at the same time, he's not a fucking God. He's not a fucking God. He is not infallible. He can be wrong about things. I know. Everybody's like, no. He can be wrong about a lot of shit, and he is wrong about a lot of fucking shit. Sorry, I got the yeah. I just don't like being told. I don't like getting pissed on and being told that it's raining. Is that old adage? That old adage. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's fucking raining. So sorry about that little bit of, you know, ranting and raving. But again, that's the situation I'm in, is that, I need money, and my side keeps telling me everything's fucking great, and I'm looking around going, um, it's not. It's not great. And signs are showing that it's only going to get worse. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to just keep talking. I'm going to keep talking. I've got my thumbnail. Everything's up running. My phone's up and running with chat. But I need coffee. I need some coffee. I'm going to go make some coffee. I got up from a nap all that long ago. I was tired. A lot of stress yesterday. A lot of stress yesterday. A lot of stress. It's so fucking irritating. But now I'm going to change the subject to something more interesting and something that we all enjoy a little bit more. Saw the sports outfits, the Albion sports outfits for the girls in the First Descendant. And much like with the A girls, I don't like them. I don't like them. The only ones that I like, the I don't know who it is, but the fencing outfit looks pretty cool. It looks kind of futuristic, like you could do something with it. And I'm assuming the Haley outfit is supposed to be a football uniform. I'm assuming. it doesn't look. I mean, the only thing that makes me think that is the shoulder pads. It's like, I guess that's supposed to be football, and that's pretty much the only one that I really like. Like I said, the fencing one's okay, but yeah, it's uh, because of the fact that it doesn't look, it doesn't exactly look like a football uniform. But I think it'll go well with the other couple of outfits that I have for Haley right now. So I'm willing to give the football one a try. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Got me some coffee running. Okay. So I'm a little, I don't know. The rest of them are just like blah, 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 blah. But I've said before that I prefer my outfits for the girls be a little more futuristic. You know what I'm saying? A little more, I don't know, a little less, just less modern, like current. You know what I'm saying? And most sports outfits are, hey, good morning, sir. Good morning. Pleasure to see you here, sir. Hope all is warm and well in your world today, man. My day so far is starting out better than yesterday's. This time yesterday, I was madly trying to come up with fucking money. Like I filled out so many goddamn online loan applications, trying to get anybody to give me some fucking money, and they wouldn't. And by the way, I'm saying this, and I'm not saying this to try to spur somebody watching right now to go to give me money. That's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. Giving me money is totally up to you and totally optional. All I'm doing is telling a story about yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So please do not think that I'm begging you people for money. I am absolutely not begging you people for money. I'm just telling you the situation that I'm in. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So don't be like, oh fuck, he's doing a DSP thing. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just explaining my situation, why I wasn't here yesterday, why I was so stressed yesterday. I feel that's one of the problems. It's like, you know, did I see your first comment? No, I didn't see anything until you said good morning, by the way. I wonder why. It's like literally not there. I didn't see it. What did you say, sir? I'm sorry, man. Ah, the football outfit. Yeah. The football outfit's the only one of them that I like because, like I said, it doesn't look very sports oriented. It looks like, you know, it looks like typical First Descendant attire. I just don't like shit to be something. I don't want it to be something that I could walk outside my house and see somebody wear it. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be futuristic and weird and that kind of thing, you know? And the fencing, like I said, the fencing one isn't that bad with some color. You know, the right color patterns, you can make that look pretty cool, I think. But the rest of them, it's just like, it could be more. It could be so much more. Captain Howdy. That reminds me of Uncle Howdy from WWE. I just heard that WWE let go of like 20 people.
You'll need to pay.
And apparently, I don't know a whole lot about them. And I don't know a whole lot about Bray Wyatt, you know, because at the time I wasn't really a fan of wrestling. But I appreciated what the Wyatt Six were supposed to be. And I just had a feeling after Bray Wyatt died, and it's based off of what they wear, Serp says. What, each one of them, each one of the characters' particular outfit is based off like the style? Is that what you're saying? Or based off of what the actual uniforms for those particular sports is supposed to be? I think that's probably what you mean, more likely. I see, good morning, by the way. Do you see my first comment? Ah, the football outfit. It's based off what they wear. And then, do you not see my previous comment? Oh, shit! No? Okay, no. I've got all messages clicked. So I should be seeing everything. Am I missing some stuff in there? YouTube may be having a brain fart or something. Yeah, you saw yes. I saw you say yes. And as you can see, I've been continuing the lingerie football. Oh, yes. That is a thing, isn't it? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay, that makes a little more sense. But still, the lingerie football league is not like widely known, I don't think. You know, I think it's a fairly niche kind of sport. And it stands out so very much from the rest of the outfits in this set coming up that it's like, you know, maybe they should have amped up that kind of a look for the rest of them too, to make them kind of more uniform, to use that word, be more uniform about the uniforms. But that might just be me. You know, if you're thinking what would a future baseball player wear? Well, look at the outfits that these characters already wear, and as just regular outfits. And then look at stuff that we wear right now and the people around you. Okay? It's not the same. So that should apply to the sports uniforms as well. Amp it up. You're talking about an alternate, futuristic, heavily fucking technologically advanced society. So amp that shit up. Don't give us a loose fucking tank top and a goddamn skirt for fucking Serena and be like, yeah, that's futuristic. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. But again, that's just me. Some people out there probably prefer that shit, that it be a little more like what we know. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's fine. I understand that. But I would prefer. But yes, as you can see, I've been continuing getting the guns because I've got all of this shit, so I might as well start, so see all these yellows for all these different guns is what I've been trying to do. And you notice it's definitely starting to thin out. Definitely started to thin out. I switched a lot of shit. Hold on. Did I get everything?
Child.
No, I didn't.
What do you need?
I need 2 more. So let's go with. We're gonna go with piercing light. Because I decided to give the piercing light to Haley. She had the ATAMs as her sniper rifle, and then I unlocked the piercing light and saw that it was chill attack, and I was like, okay, she's got a new sniper rifle. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. There's the original spreader. Right there. Just the spreader. There's no beautiful spreader, no cute spreader. Just there's patient zero right there. Yeah, I've been doing a shitload of stuff. Mostly focusing on the weaponry. Like, I think everybody's primary gun now. Hold on. Is there a piercing light? Yep, there's no piercing light. So we're gonna keep this one. Do you? Okay. I think that's the only one that I had to do that with. I believe so. So as you can see, I'll just go in here and show you. What are you telling me is new? Oh, another clairvoyance. Don't I already have a clairvoyance? Yes. Well, hold on a minute. Ah, because it's up here. Okay. So this is the one. This one's more powerful. So we're going to go with you. Okay. As I was saying, all of the guns, every one of the girls' primary guns, I've been working on several of them, not every one of them. They all have, though, the bottom 4 things. I think I got all of their primary guns. What? Stop it. So we got hers. Luna's gun is completely finished now. Freya's gun completely finished now. Blaze is completely finished. Serena's is completely finished. Nell's is completely finished. That needs to go down to D. What else did I do? Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of shit to the guns. Doing a lot of core farming. As well to get to finish that shit for Luna's gun, to finish that shit for Serena's gun. Yeah, there's been a lot of fucking core farming going on. That purge, I wore it fuck out. Wore it out. And still have quite a bit to do. All right, so this is what we're looking for today. Nothing looks that complicated. Should be able to get it all. I mean, it doesn't really matter now because I've got all the shit. We got all the shit now, so it's not a big deal. I'm probably not gonna get that last one right there because I thought I killed a lot more people than that. The day before yesterday when I tried it out, I thought I was like, man, I got a lot of kills, and then it popped up that it was 39, and I was like, oh, fuck you, because I saw me doing damage. You know, you can't see other people's damage numbers when they're doing damage on an enemy. You can only see your own, and I kept seeing all kinds of fucking damage numbers. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I think I might actually be doing pretty good." Nope. Let's see. Serp says, seeing as Haley has a new gun, you could give the ATAMs to Luna to hold while you use her skills, then switch to the pistol when out of skills. Is the ATAMs better for her? Whatever you call that little platform that she stands on. Because I know that the power of that is directly affected by the gun that she has. But this is I've got it pretty good. And I've still got a lot of stuff to do. Fire rate, firearm attack, expand the general rounds. Yes, it transfers certain attributes from gun to skill, Serp says. Oh, excuse me. I said I had taken a nap. I don't know. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I probably am not gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna do that. You know me. Fire rate, weak point, and firearm attack. Those are the ones that influence her shit. Serp says, yeah, I didn't think so. No offense. Please don't, don't ever think that I'm just like, you know, like, oh, what the fuck ever, or anything like that. I do appreciate everybody, I appreciate you and everybody else giving me advice. Okay, I'm gonna run and get my coffee. I think it's ready before I get started. So don't ever think that I'm just like scoffing at what y'all are telling me. I do take it into consideration and I do appreciate it. It's just, I've got my head cannon shit going on. And I'm in the kitchen, by the way, so I can't see your response right yet. I'll be right back. I just gotta get some coffee. But I do greatly appreciate you guys and your advice and letting me know what I'm doing wrong. It's just sometimes I'm willing to accept what I've done wrong. Be like, yeah, I know, but. I just, I don't know. I don't know. Head cannon, head cannon, head cannon. But yes, I definitely am glad that I have finally seen what y'all were saying about the purge and how awesome it is a place to get the cores. That's pretty much the best. It's not the only, excuse me, it's not the only place to get cores, but it's the best place to get cores. Even just the normal version, because, you know, you have that chance of getting the X cores, which is very, very nice. Okay, cool. Serp says, yeah, I didn't think so. None taken, and I never do. I get it. I do listen to you guys sometimes. I mean, you got to give me that. There are some times that I'm. Oh, okay. That's a lot. Serp says, and you can get a nice little medal for doing 1,000 purge runs. Holy Jesus. That's so many. That's so many. That's a lot. I got mm, maybe 20 or 30. I don't think it's that many. Okay. So we got a thing we can do here. Let's do this real quick. We will assign it to this one. Is anybody else at 40 that needs something? She does, but I think hers is all done, isn't it? It is. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that for that one. Of course, Excava's done. I've got to get this. I gotta get this recolored so I can give it to Inez. Actually, it doesn't look bad. I know it's blue. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have a? Let's give it. Did that change it? Barely. Maybe we got something a little more drastic. That's not bad. I like that right there. And then I'll actually keep the red because she's redheaded. I'm cool with that. I'm down with that. That works for me. That works for me. Oh shit! Did I fight Stormhanger? I did do a couple Stormhangers so I could get the backpack. And he says the Wall Crasher. Oh shit! Is it time for Wall Crasher? Oh shit! Shit! It is. But yeah, those I'm not entirely impressed by those sports uniforms. Serena's Rose toy. Oh yeah, I do. The Stormhanger skin is cool though. Did you do the challenge mode yet? Serp says. Yeah, I did. Have I not? Have you not seen the that I got the outfit for Viessa? We had some heavy fucking hitters in this bit. Because I know precious little of that damage was me. Yeah, 39 million. I did not do the majority of that damage. At all. But that's cool. The Wall Crasher apparently does... you can get the two new thingamabobs, the gash and the the firearm cooling. Apparently, was one of the things that happened in the little update. Serp says I did 1.3 billion. God damn, that's a lot. That'd be a lot. But yeah, did you not see that? Had I not showed you what I did with the other skin? You got the new modules from Wally? Yeah, I saw in the patch update that they had added it. But this is what I did for my Stormhanger outfit for Viessa. This I had been wanting this one for a long fucking time. So when it finally came out, because I knew exactly what I was going to do with it, the paints, I think it looks pretty badass. This is now her battle armor. It's possible that you might not have been on since I got it. Yeah, it looks cool. He says. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I'm very pleased with it. this is this is kind of like, really, when you think about it, it's very similar to what this ends up looking like. You know what I'm saying? It's very similar. It's tighter, which I like in the legs. It's not baggy. because the top of those pants being baggy and then the bottom being real skinny make it just looks weird. It looks weird. I like this outfit, but I don't know if I'm going to end up getting it. I'm probably not. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to end up getting this outfit. But it's good that I have a suitable version that I pretty much prefer. Because like I've said, this Witchblade was one of my favorite comic books, like of all time. I've got like the entire run of Witchblade. And this was very similar to the Witchblade outfit. The little like claws across her chest. Very, very Witchblade. Very Witchblade. So yeah. I definitely got this one. And I got the little backpack. We got a Galay and a Serena. Okay. Back to Albion. But as you can also see, perhaps maybe not, by her level, that I have decided that I'm just gonna unlock everything that I can do for her just to show, like my let's call it appreciation for Viessa. I'm gonna unlock all her shit just to be like, prestige her, I guess you could say, as far as I can. Because she is my main, after all. You probably noticed that there for a while I was playing as Blair more than anybody else because I was really happy with the Blair build. And that now that they've done the rebalance on Viessa, I've been playing as mostly Viessa for a long time. That should show you how pleased I am with the said rebalance. Is that I'm now just like, fuck it, I can just run her through everything now. Serp says, do the Transcendent slot and the Grapple slot last. Any particular reason why? Is it because you don't really need them to have everything? But I think I have. Ah, yes. Okay. Serp says they will be the least likely mods you might swap out. That makes sense. I think I have kind of tried to do that. They've got a couple from the time before, but I've been mostly focusing on these. But yeah, I'm just going to go all the way. Going to go all the way with my Viessa. And then I might consider doing others. Right. Do your ancestor slot first. Because that one is most likely. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm still doing mine, as you see, because I noticed I tried this one again a couple of times. This is the YouTube version of the Frost Bullet build that I built, which is good because literally, as I've said, if any of you might remember, it's just the fucking cooldown on every one of her skills is just almost non-existent. It's just, I mean, it's just constant. You can reactivate shit. But I noticed that her skills weren't doing as much damage as my version. So you can get them out quicker, but like sometimes when I throw her wave, I'll see like 11, 14, 18 million pop up damage with this. And I'm like, okay, like I know I'm not skills focused when it comes to Viessa, but when I have to use them, particularly against bosses, I want to do as much damage as possible. And my cooldown, it's not that much lower than this one. 24%. That's not it's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. And plus it knocks my fucking health down to like 9,000 or 9,000. It is 9,000. See? It's like it's not even 10,000. It's almost 10,000. So I think I prefer my Frost Bullet build. I prefer. Now the only thing that I need to do is try to get a really fucking good one of these. And as we all know, it's not necessarily the easiest thing in the fucking world to get a good one of these. I've seen people posting like double double gold or double red crits, and they're wanting like I saw one that was wanting 1,000 caliber Viessa Transcendent module. Excuse me, Ancestor module. What do I want on it? Serp says. I don't really know. Everybody says that crit is the important thing. That's what I'm starting to see. Critical hit rate, critical hit damage. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll just keep going until I found one, and I'm like, ooh. I guess is probably what'll happen. I want to start selling some of them, putting them up in the market, but you know, you just basically have to just stand around and keep spamming the fucking thing until somebody decides to buy your shit. Because if you get in the middle of a mission, you're gonna miss the chat saying, "Hey, I want your stuff," and I haven't really found time to just stand to linger around the trading post, waiting for people to pop up that want to buy my shit. But I've got all kinds of. I've got a ridiculous amount of fucking needs for all the girls, and the majority of them are completely unrolled. And I'm sure people would, be excited about that. Serp says you don't have any other crit modules, so yes, double crit and cooldown would be perfect. Yeah. Yeah. If I had had 1,000 caliber at that point in time, I probably would have bought that one from that dude. Okay. Let's do some shit. Let's do some shit. Asimo's got some more shit. But yeah, but it's onslaught, so I'm not gonna worry all that much about it. Not gonna worry that much about it. So let's just start. Let's just start. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, I apologize about yesterday not being here. It's a lot of shit. A lot of shit going on behind the scenes in my personal life that I'm trying to fucking get straightened out, squared away. That's what yesterday was all about.
This is Hound Action, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Everybody?
Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed. Descendant, stop the enemy troop deployment.
Serp says, what's your cooldown duration ratio on your frost bullet? Hold on. It is. Cooldown is 50%. Duration is 110%. That is one thing that I like about my build, is that I can throw my Storm, the Blizzard, the Force skill, and it'll cool down, and I can throw it again while the first one is still active. Oh, hover over the skill. Hold on. Let me kill these guys. We got 3.5. $28.6. 32 seconds for the. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. 28.6 and 32.7. Get off the box.
Extraction from Operation Zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
Surface. Nice. So you can keep it up 100%. Just about. How long does the infinite ammo last? Not as long as I would like. But that's the same on the YouTube build that I have too. It's not. Neither one of them are Glay level of infinite ammo.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the Operation Zone. Proceed with caution.
Descendant,
That's about the only complaint that I have of it, is that I would like it to be a little more. But I guess, that is Glay's thing, so you wouldn't want, much like, when they buffed Haley because she was too fucking fast. She was faster than Bunny. So it's understandable that you wouldn't want to take away Glay's, her whole thing. But yeah, it could be a little longer. I've not tried the mod yet, Search says. You've not tried Frost Bullet? And I've noticed with the YouTube build that it'll stay in sync. Like you can reactivate it, like, you know, while it's still in effect, but you can only do it like 3, maybe 4 times, and then you're back to waiting for the cooldown. I don't know if like there's a particular trigger, like if you have to keep killing stuff or something to keep it active, or what it is, but yeah, you get about 3 or 4, and then you're gonna have to wait for the cooldown regardless. That's what I've noticed. It's not, I mean, I like it, you know. It might not be everybody's cup of tea. And it wasn't the way it was before the rebalance. Like, I was like, I don't want Frost Bullet. You know, because I told you, you had recommended something before, and I was like, I don't want to give up my ice trail. And I don't even miss the ice trail now. Because of the fact mainly that her gun is so much stronger. No bullets. Plus, you also have to take into account that her spears are much more deadly. They just keep fucking shooting shit now with the Frost Bullet build when you, and that's very helpful. So you don't just get like 3 or 4 shots with the spheres and then they go away. Those little fuckers just hover there forever. If anybody appears, they just immediately start shooting. Like, you don't even have to shoot anything. You just do this. And the spheres will do it all for you.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location.
Which is kind of handy.
Great work out there.
I suppose that's kind of like, who is it? Is it Jaber that has the little turrets that when he activates it, everybody gets a little turret on their shoulder? Is that Jaber? I believe that. Yep. So let's do another one of them. Enzo. Okay. Oh. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Captain Smack that. Oh, did you see Danhausen is won his second match now? He beat The Miz. So he's got an undefeated streak. He's 2-0. It's amazing me. It's absolutely amazing me that they have not fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? It is absolutely amazes me that they are just letting him do his thing and not trying to fuck shit up. It's like somebody told them, hire this guy and let him do what he does. And at the WrestleMania 42 event, there were, you know, they have their merch stands where you can buy anybody's stuff, but then they also have like the bigger stars have their own specific merch areas where it's just their stuff, and there were 5 of them. There was Roman, there was Cody, there was Rhea, I think CM Punk, and Danhausen. They each had their own specific little places that each merch table that just sold their merchandise. And they said that they kept selling out of Danhausen stuff. Like they had to keep restocking shit. And it's like, that is so fucking awesome. That is so fucking awesome. And you know, the fact that he was smart enough, that Danhausen was smart enough several years ago to copyright his makeup and his character, he is making so much goddamn money off of that merchandise. He is making so much fucking money. It's so awesome. It's so fucking awesome. And like I say, it amazes me that they have not fucked him up. That they're actually using the curse as an actual fucking gimmick. He's becoming like the mascot for the WWE. It won't be long till they'll have to put his face on the trucks and the blimps and the shit like that, because he is so fucking over. The fans absolutely fucking love that dude. And that does my heart good. That does my heart good. Because he definitely deserves it. And most of the people in the WWE don't even know about the dark the dark persona of Danhausen, which is really cool. I can't wait till somebody pisses him off enough that he has to pull that out. I saw some guys that I watch on YouTube. Their channel is called Wrestle Me, It's a couple of British guys. They're very funny. They're very funny guys. And they were talking about Danhausen when he first debuted in WWE, and we're talking about some of the other stuff in AEW and the indies that he had done. And they were talking about the Dark Persona, and they said, see, the thing with Danhausen is that 9 times out of 10 you get the funny version of Danhausen, but that one time when he comes out and you're just fucked. You're just fucked. And when he does the Dark Persona. I actually I downloaded the a custom creation of him for my original character Federation. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I was like, I need him. I need him. So he will eventually show up in the CTW universe. The men's division. He will eventually show up. I'm not going to make him like a prominent person, but every once in a while, he's going to pop up in my original character universe. I just couldn't help it. Which makes sense, because if you followed, and even before I started recording shit for the for my videos, you know, when I was doing it basically just for myself, I would leave certain WWE and, you know, stars in there and have them interact with my original characters. It wasn't until I did the update for the female division that I decided to go all original characters, and that's why, if you'll notice, I transferred all the female wrestlers, actual, you know, real female wrestlers. I transferred all of them over to my female celebrity federation instead of my original character simulated, or instead of my original character federation. And I did, if you'll notice, early in the CTW for the men's division, there was like Undertaker and Goldberg and the NWO and shit like that, and I slowly phased them out as well, so that it was just original people. So in my pretend universe, the WWE does exist. It's just not as big as the CTW. So a lot of the WWE wrestlers have been in the CTW Federation. And I'm kind of I know right now WWE 2K26 has a lot of fucking problems. A lot of problems. But that's why you do not fucking buy the wrestling games when they first come out. No matter what they offer, no matter, you know, what kind of special bundle or fucking special edition or limited edition, or you get an extra fucking this guy or that guy. Never buy the WWE games until they've been out for a fucking year, because they are such a buggy mess when they first come out. It's like they don't even give a shit. So I want 2K26 because there's a lot of things about it. Like for instance, for the first time since they started the shit, since they fucking started the goddamn games, they have finally increased the amount of original characters that you can have from 100 to 200. And they've also increased the custom custom images that you can upload to the game by another 1,000. So you can have 2,000 images now instead of just 1,000. Which means that when I eventually upgrade to 2K26, I will be able to bring the men's and and women's federations back into the same game, which means they'll be able to interact again. Like, you know, because there are certain characters that are attached to other characters in my universe. Like, for instance, the current women's champion, Winter's Lane. When I first created her, and she was the first female that I ever created for any of the games. She was the first one. And she was, in the beginning, you couldn't do a whole lot with the female characters because they were mostly valets. And that's what she was. She was the valet for one of my men's teams, the Eliminators, Hunter and Assassin. She was their valet for several years. So occasionally she would come out, you know, with them just for shits and giggles, just, you know, just because they're still close and they're still friends. And actually, the Eliminators theme song is one of the instrumentals that the Circle did. So they wrote the Eliminators theme entrance music. They also wrote the Wicked Wednesday Night theme song. They're the ones who I credit having written that. Actually, tomorrow is the next CTW pay-per-view, which is the female pay-per-view. That was one of the other things that I had to do when I upgraded the two universes, or upgraded the women's division, was I had to split the pay-per-views so that, you know, it alternated. 1 month it's the men's, the next month it's the women's. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, this month is the women's division pay-per-view. Limitless, that's what the pay-per-view is called. And we see it will be the culmination of Amanda Big Evil Blackwell versus Winter's Lane, the current champion, the current reigning almost 2.5-year women's champion. I'm pretty sure nobody is ever going to hit anywhere near that record, men or women, in my original character federation. I think she's going to have that record for a long fucking time, the longest reigning champion in my original character universe. But Winters and Amanda Blackwell will finally face off against each other. So you have Amanda Big Evil Blackwell, who has never lost a singles match. She's only lost one match. It was a tag match, and it was her partner that got pinned, not her. So she has never lost. She's essentially like my Goldberg. Versus the champion who's had the belt for like 2.5 years. So it's a pretty big match coming up. Pretty big main event in that pay-per-view. Pretty big match. An undefeated versus the longest reigning champion. How much? And they're both hot. You know what I'm saying? So. But it will be nice to have them back being able to interact with each other. And another thing, another thing about 2K26 that I like that they started doing with 2K25 that I have been asking for and wanting for a very long time was they finally made it so that the women can bleed. And it's not just the men who bleed, you know, who get cut in the face and shit like that, but now the women can too. And anytime I ever complained about that to people, anybody, they were like, well, why do you want women to bleed? You just want to beat up women? It's like, no, that's not it. That's not it. If a man is wrestling another man and they beat the shit out of him and they start bleeding, okay, so why wouldn't the same be applied to women? You know, a woman facing a woman and they beat the shit out of each other so much that one of them starts bleeding. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that that was a stupid imbalance. It's just like, we don't want to show women bleeding, but they compete with other women. Why wouldn't they fucking bleed just like men do? You know? So they finally did that. I guess because, you know, as popular and as, you know, a major part of wrestling, female wrestling has become, the women wrestlers have become, eventually they were going to have to start doing the crimson mask for the women as well in real wrestling, you know, real life wrestling. So I'm glad that they finally decided, you know, we should add this to the game. Again, I don't do mixed gender matches. I mean, occasionally I have done them, but I don't like them because the rules for a mixed gender match are stupid, right? They're stupid. So you've got a man and a woman on each fucking team, and if the man fucking tags out to the woman, then the other team has to immediately change. You know what I'm saying? So it's never made sense to me. So you make the tag, and then both the dudes, and as opposed to where normally with a tag match, you know, if one half of a tag team is getting their ass kicked and they make that desperate fucking slap, and you got a fresh person to come in against the guy who was kicking that person's partner's ass. You know what I'm saying? But with a mixed gender match, you make that desperate tag, and then the woman has to go, well, shit, and she has to tag out to her partner. It's just weird. It's just a weird rule. You know, it makes it awkward. So I don't like doing mixed gender matches, really. I don't see the point in it. I just don't see the point in it. Need to clear some of this shit out. I thought about putting Dan Housen in my DC versus Marvel Federation because he is he's a big comic book fan and toy collector. But I was like, no, we need to keep that one superheroes. Oh, I should mention also, I'm getting very close to a milestone for this game. I am, I think, less than 40 hours away from having 1,000 hours on this game. Ah, fucker. 1,000 hours. Surf says congratulations. I mean, I think it's something. I think it's you know, I think it's an achievement. It definitely shows that I love the game, because there's not a whole lot of games that I have that much time in. Pretty much the only things that I have that much time in is the wrestling games. Like the the men's division is still on 2K22, and the female federation is still on 2K19, and those are both not very far away from 2,000 hours apiece. Now you have to consider that like 700 to 800 of those is just building the fucking universe, building the characters and building the arenas and putting everything together, and not actually quote unquote playtime. I guess you could consider that me when I simulate the matches as the playtime. But yeah, all in all, after after about 25 years of playing the wrestling games and all the combined time of building all the universes, every game that come out, you know what I'm saying? Rebuilding all this shit over and over and over again. Yeah, I've probably got 50,000 hours in the wrestling games, easy, over 25 years, easy. So it's like you ask me what's my favorite game, and it's like, well, when you really come down to brass tacks, if we're talking playtime and, you know, investing energy and shit into a game, it's going to be the wrestling. It's going to be the wrestling games. It's going to be the WWE 2K games. Now that's not 50,000 in one game. That's spread throughout the history of the games, but still, that's a lot. All right, next. Go to you. What do we need? You know what? Let's go for Greg's. Greg's Reversed Fate Nanotube Blueprint. We'll go for that one. Holy shit, is it already time for another wall crasher? Holy fuck. I have been rambling a little bit. So, I better leave this one. I'll never get it. I don't think I'll make it through it in 5 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and leave this one for now. I'm running. We're gonna go battle armor. Going battle armor. Suspicious spreader. Yeah. You can't trust them spreader people. Serp says you had time. I don't like to cut it close. Ever since that time that I got stuck. Ever since that time I got stuck, I get nervous about it. When I can get through the gate as opposed to have to hit the door. Yeah, you're interested in my outfit, aren't you? Pretty badass, I know. She's like, who is that? It's my Viessa, bitch. It's my angry Viessa. Shady Pains and orange flavored mother. Saw somebody in the world chat over there call this game Goon Frame instead of Warframe. Had a good, kind of a good Fall Guys Fortnite Friday. I didn't win in either one of them, I should say. But I got a lot of first places in Fall Guys. And I got so many goddamn kills in Fortnite. Like, I played, I think, like 5 matches in Fortnite, 5 or 6. And I got at least like 6 or 7 kills, at least each fucking goddamn run. I was wiping shit out. I got a second place. I didn't get any actual victories, but it was a pretty good night for Fall Guys Fortnite. Pretty good. Why is my phone? Why is the alarm going off? Are you gonna be around a while today, sir? Because I'm thinking that I might jump into 5 Hearts Under One Roof after this. Do a couple hours stream for that. I doubled it this time, as opposed to last time, so that's not bad. Serp says, yeah, I'm chilling all day. Excellent. Excellent. Then I shall load that up yet. Next. Oh, I got a gash. I got a gash. That's such an ugly word. Gash. It's a very ugly word. Okay. Back to this outfit. I'm gonna take this quick second before I get into another thing to go refill my coffee. Refill my coffee, say hey to the cats. What's up, y'all? What's up? Only 2 of them are present. The rest of them are somewhere asleep. Bar and no bar are the only ones that I see. probably thinking, bar and no bar? What kind of names are that for cats? Well, I will explain why they're named that. The last cat that I permitted my sister to bring home when we still lived together. Because at the time, when me and my sister lived together, right before we moved into separate places, in separate trailers, we had a total of 27 cats. And you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So it was me and my sister and 27 cats living. Now, admittedly, it was the biggest size double wide trailer you could have. But regardless, it was still me, my sister, and 27 cats in a trailer. And the last one that she brought home just also happened to be pregnant. And she gave birth to 4 kittens, which was added to that to become 27. Her and her 4 kittens. And 2 of the kittens looked almost identical. White and gray, and almost the exact same kind of pattern, the exact, places. But one of them, they both had like massive gray spots on the back of their head and along their back and their tail and shit. But one of them had a little white bar that split the gray right about the shoulder neck area. And because we hadn't named them yet, that's what I called them. I said the one with the bar and the one with no bar. And that's what I ended up naming them, Bar and No Bar. My sister hated it. She was like, you're not going to call them that. I was like, the fuck I am? Yes, I am. Watch it. Watch. So she named the other 2. She named the solid gray one Ash. Because everybody is obsessed with calling gray cats either Smoke or Ash or fucking Mist or Fog or some shit like that. So she called him Ash. And she named the solid black one Willow. And then there's Bar and No Bar. And I named their mom Mabel because she just seemed like a Mabel. Sometimes you look at a cat and you just know their name. You're just like, yep, that's what your name is. That's pretty cool. I like that. All black. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's one of the things about owning cats is that sometimes they just tell you, like a little secret voice inside of your head. It's like, this is my name. And you're like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you've ever seen Cats, the musical, you would kind of understand. Cats have 3 names. They have the name that other cats know them as. They have the name that humans know them as. And then they have a secret name that only they know. I remember seeing that. I actually saw Cats on Broadway, believe it or not. In high school, my senior year, we did a art/band trip to New York. Weekend trip to New York. Sir puts up a question mark. What's the question mark for? But yeah, I saw Cats on Broadway, and it was very It was a very moving experience. I can't lie. Why do cats have 3 names? I don't know. That's just part of the lore of Cats, the musical. Is that they have 3 different names. It was kind of, the musical was kind of trying to put like a mystical kind of, the way cats have always been treated by ancient cultures and shit, like they're mystical, like they're bridges between different worlds and shit like that. Cats, up until like the modern times, where some people almost see them as like vermin, really, when you think about it. The way some people react to stray cats and shit like that. So Cats the musical, it kind of goes back to that reverence for them that ancient cultures had, and it's just to add to the mystical and the mystery of cats. But yeah, they have a name that other cats know them by, a name that people know them by, and then a name that only they know. It really was a moving experience, because Jesus Christ, I remember watching it, and those actors were fucking cats, man. They were fucking cats. Their every little movement. I mean, I was watching like the subtle movements of all the different dancers and all the different people and the shit that they were doing, and it was like, wow. These people know what fucking cats are. They know how cats move. They know, I mean, so you would have people that would be like in the background, and they'd be like licking themselves and pawing at the ground and shit like that, like they were making biscuits and stuff. Serp says, I can understand 2 out of 3. I'm assuming the one you can't understand is the name that only they know. The name that only they know is like the name that when they die, they're called to the afterlife by that name. Because that's the whole point of the Cats musical, is that they're trying to figure out who's gonna like basically ascend. One of them is gonna pass, and they don't know which one it is, and they're all like talking about who they are and why they're more important than the other cats and shit like that. I remember I actually bought the soundtrack while we were there, from the merch stand. And I actually listened to it a lot. Surprisingly, for a metal guy, I listened to the Cats fucking soundtrack. The Cats the musical soundtrack a lot. To where I could like sing along with the songs and shit. It was that bad. But I am a cat guy, so that's understandable, I suppose. I like dogs. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs. A good dog. You can't beat a good dog. You really can't beat a good dog. But they're so few and far between. Like my mom's dog, Ruffalo, but we call him Roof. He's one of those dogs that just knows how he's supposed to behave, knows how to follow commands. I mean, and you get those dogs occasionally that are just fucking smart, that are just so fucking smart that they just like get it. you know? And those are the kind of dogs that you're like, man, that makes me want a dog. And then you get a dog and it's a big fucking doofus that won't listen to anything that you fucking say. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a wild fucking animal. Because you just assume that, oh, well, this dog's awesome, so all dogs are going to be awesome. And that's not the case. That's hardly ever the case. Dogs are dumb. For the most part, they're just fucking dumb. And they are so much. They need so much more attention. They have to be at the center of everything that you're fucking doing. And cats are just like, yeah, whatever. You walk into a room with a dog, and immediately he's up your ass, going, "Are we doing something? Where are we going? Are we doing something? Where are we going?" And you walk into a room with a cat, and they're just like, "Oh, you're still alive? Put some food in my bowl, then, bitch." And that kind of a relationship, you know, is like, okay, yeah, I can handle that. Yeah, I would absolutely love it if I could have a dog like my mom's dog. He is such a fucking wonderful dog. When that dog passes, I'm telling you right now, when that dog passes, my fucking family is going to absolutely fall apart. We are all just going to be overcome with fucking misery when he finally goes. He's not to that point yet. He's got a lot of years left in him. But yeah, we are going to be absolutely devastated when he passes. Devastated. And then there is also the thing about dogs. Yeah, losing dogs is way worse, Serp says. He's such a good dog. But another thing about dogs that, you know, gives them a point up over cats is the fact that a cat's not going to defend you from somebody. Like if somebody breaks into your house, the cat's just going to be like, "Who are you? I don't care." You know? Whereas a dog is might actually do something. Knowing the cat really didn't care about you helps. Well, see, that's true in certain circumstances, but like the last one of my cats that passed, Smoke. That was a hard one. That was a hard one because he was kind of like a dog. When I came out of my room, he was always sitting at my door. Like, I guess he could hear me getting up in my room and walking towards my bedroom door. And he would meet me at the door. He met me at the front door every day when I came home from work. He would follow me around, and when I would cook, he would jump up on my shoulder and watch me cook. That, when he, there's still a massive hole in my fucking heart that is smoke shaped and that I will probably never get over. That cat loved me more than any human or animal in my life ever has. I believe that with 1,000% sincerity. Serp said my last cat would play fetch. I had one of those. That's one of my other ones. one of my other ones and we're talking, this was probably fucking almost 10 years ago, I lost him. And skateboard, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. But my little Siamese cat, the last Siamese cat I had, Sam, he was that way. He would, he got obsessed with, like, you know, the foil that you get in cigarettes, the paper that you have to pull off after you open them, you know. He was obsessed with that. And so what I started doing is I would take that little foil and the little plastic part of the wrapping, and I would roll it up into a little ball, and I would just start tossing it down the hallway, and he would fetch it. He would run and get it, bat it around a little bit, and then he would bring it back and drop it in my lap, and then take off running like, throw it, throw it, throw it. I don't know why he started or what made him become so obsessed with the cigarette wrappers, but it became his game. So every time I would open a new pack of cigarette, he would just appear out of nowhere and be like, "Are you gonna throw it? Are you gonna throw a ball? You got a foil ball?" Oh, he was such an awesome cat, and he went way too soon. He went way too soon, but there was nothing I could do about it. You know, that's one of the problems with bringing in strays, because that's pretty much all. Even when we had the 27 cats, they were all strays. They were all strays, or people were just like, if you don't take this cat, I'm just going to throw it out in the streets somewhere. You know, because when people know that you're a cat person, way more than a dog person. When people know that you're a cat person, they just throw cats at you. They're just like, here's a cat, I don't want it, take it. And you're like, I don't want it either. I've got cats. And they're like, if you don't take it, I'm gonna throw it out on the street, because they know that you're gonna be like, fucking give me the goddamn cat. They know you're not gonna let them put out a fucking cat on the street. People are really fucking manipulative when they know you're a cat person. They don't do that with dogs, though. People don't say, because, oh, you've got a dog, well, here's 3 more dogs. But if you've got a cat, people are like, hey, I've got these 3 kittens, do you want them? And it's like, fuck you, But that's one of the issues with taking in stray cats, is the fact that there's a better than average chance that one or more of them is going to have the feline leukemia, you know, the feline AIDS. And if you've got one with it, it's a better than average chance that they all have it. You can just pretty much just assume that they all have it. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no cure for it, you know. It's just one of those things that you hope that you know, that the RNG gods are going to be like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. But with Sam, my little Siamese, he did have it, and he went way too young, and I've never been as devastated with the loss of an animal as I was. I loved Smoke. I loved Smoke with all my heart, but Sam, god damn, that fucking destroyed me. I mean, I'm not playing. That fucking destroyed me, losing that little guy. He would crawl up in my lap, and he would sit with his face buried in my arm, and he would suckle on my shirt. He would need biscuits, and he would suck on my shirt like he was nursing me. God fucking damn. When he fucking, oh my god. I was irrational for like a week or two. I just fucking irrational. Just angry and fucking bitter. It fucked me up. It fucked me up bad. I'm still not over it. Serp says, we lost a cat to that when I was a kid. Yeah, it's a horrible thing, because you never know when it's going to hit them. You know, you never have any indication, and when it hits, that's it. I mean, it takes no time at all for them to just be gone. It's so fucking hard. so hard. But like I say, when you take in strays, you know, when all your animals are strays, I mean, you're playing with a numbers game. You're playing with a numbers game. Eventually, you're gonna roll some bad numbers. And it's fun. You can have a cat. You can have two cats, and one of them have feline leukemia and the other not, and they can go their whole lives and be totally fine, because it's all about body. It's mostly about blood. It's mostly about the transference of blood. Like, they can eat from the same bowl, and that's fine. It's not a saliva thing. But if they're overly playful, or they get aggressive when they play with each other, like they bite and they claw and shit like that, then it's almost a guarantee that it spreads. So that's why I say, and why the doctors will say, that if you have one with it, the chances are better than average that they all have it. You know, it's just one of those things. And, you know, we can't stand to see. We cannot stand to see a cat out on the streets. You know, and me, mostly it comes from my you know, fear of abandonment issues, my own personal issues that I kind of superimpose onto the cats. That's why, you know, if a cat starts trolling around my house, and this is the way we've always been in my family. We see a stray cat outside, we start putting out water and food, so, you know, so it doesn't go hungry. And then before long, it becomes used to us, and then we give it a name, and it's not long after we give it a name that it just gets brought into the house, and then it never goes outside again. My family are not people who allow cats to go outside. I'm gonna say this right now. If you are a person who has a pet, who has a dog or a cat, and you open your door and let them just run around outside, not in a fenced area, like with a dog, if you've got a backyard and it's fenced in, you can let that dog go out and fucking run around and play all you want. But if you're one of those people who just lets them opens the front fucking door and lets the cat just wander around your neighborhood, you deserve it when your cat gets hurt. You absolutely deserve it when your fucking cat disappears and you're like, I don't know what happened. I let it outside one day and I never saw it again. You absolutely fucking deserve that. You deserve that pain, you deserve that anguish, and you deserve that fucking misery, because that's fucking stupid. Well, it's a wild animal. No, it's fucking not. It is a domesticated animal that you let in your fucking house that sleeps on fucking pillows and eats food from a goddamn can. It is not a wild animal anymore when you start fucking doing that. It is not capable of surviving on the outside the way it would have been had it been a fucking stray the whole goddamn time. Because it has gotten used to the fucking treatment and the pampering of living in a house with a person caring for it. Letting a cat outside by itself, there are people out there who will hurt them just for the sake of fun, just because they think it's funny to torture a cat. There are goddamn dogs out there that will fucking attack it. There are cars out there that will run it the fuck over. There's other cats that it will get in fights with, and it just is. And you're just like, well, it wants to go outside. That's because it's dumb. That's because it's dumb. If you are a person who lets your cat run around wild outside, you deserve it when it disappears. You fucking deserve it. And I don't give a shit if that offends anybody out there who does that. Good. But you see those stories all the time I get them all the time on my feed about people who, you know, 10, 12, 15 years later, you know, find their goddamn cat. Somebody finds it halfway across the fucking country. And there's a picture of it before it disappeared, and it looks so healthy and happy. And then after 10 years of living on the streets because you dipshit ass fucking let it outside because it's a wild animal. He wants to go chase mice and stuff.
Go on, I'm waiting.
And they look haggard and beat down and fucking lost and lonely. Fuck you. If you do that. Serp says, I let my cats out. I don't have any now. I don't mean to offend you, Serp. I was afraid you were going to say that, but I have very strong feelings about that. And I have very strong feelings about that. It's just like, you know, doesn't offend me, Serp says. Good deal. Good deal. They're not, you know, it's not like you're letting a lion outside. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're letting something outside that people are going to go, oh, fuck, stay away from that. They're not. They're small. They're fragile. They're surprisingly fragile. Yeah, that's true. Serp says there's indoor cat people and outdoor cat people. That's true. That's true. That's true. That is true. It's just when you see so many fucking videos of people who are like, I let it outside and I never saw it again. I don't know what happened. It's like, I know what happened. I know what fucking happened. It's a dangerous world out there full of all kinds of shit that would happily make a snack out of a goddamn cat. And I could not, like, my little Opus, my little yellow cat. I could not bear the thoughts of him being outside somewhere, lost, scared, wondering where I was, wondering why I wasn't coming to help to, you know, get him and bring him back home. I cannot bear the thoughts of that. Why isn't Daddy coming to get me? Oh my God. Oh my God. Just cannot bear it.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Where you at? Fuck you. Where'd you guys come from? Oh, wrong way. Easy to get turned around in this place. Okay. Before I proceed, I cannot wait any longer. I have got to go use the bathroom. I will be right back. I thought I could wait, but nope. I felt it building and was like, I think I can finish this mission, and it was right then that it reached like critical mass. I was like, nope.
verify the data.
There must be a lot of Johnnies. Or that's his phone number. Huh. Maybe a social security number. Huh. Johnny, 69,302,402. There's a lot of Johnnies. All right, we're going to go ahead down to Axion, and we'll do our daily mission down there while we're waiting for the next ball crasher, which will of course be the final wall crasher of the day, of the stream. And then we will be switching to 5 Hearts Under One Roof. Play that for a little bit. Going to Axion, switch to Battle Armor. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Ooh. Very Iron Man inspired. Very much Iron Man inspired. Same outfit, two different styles. What do we got to do today? Which one of these would be quicker? This one's pretty involved, so I think we're going to go with this one over here.
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Serp says it's actually really annoying when you put red and gold together. It gives off Iron Man vibes. Yeah, I could see that.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted.
totally does.
Please evacuate the area of radiant large-scale dimensional please evacuate the area out of radiant silence. All sensors in the vicinity, please withdraw to ground.
Requesting takedown of enemy assault ship. Descendant, I've picked up a weak material formation signal in the skies nearby. Nearby seem to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly. materials will be lost if you're not quick enough. Fantastic! I knew I could count on you. The Vulgus nearby seem to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly. The mutant materials will be lost if you're not quick enough. Fantastic! I knew I could count on you.
All right. Minute and a half. And it's Johnny. Where are you going? That's what I thought. Why don't you just be still? What you gotta go exploring for? Huh? Good boy. There's strangers over there. Here we go. Ah, pretty much doubled it again. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Scryin' Ryan. So the first one was 30,000 or 30 million. The second one was 60 million, and the third one was almost 120 million. So I doubled it each time. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, excuse me. Not bad. Alright, back to Albion. We done pretty good today. We went through all our dailies. Turn my armor off. Johnny the Punk, an unstable spreader. Any research done? Nope, research is still good. Alright. Let's go see if we can buy any toys for the collection. Oh, devs, we need new shit. We need new shit in here. We need new shit. We need some new shit. Nothing really. Nothing really. Let's see. Get rid of all the black and white one, or the white ones. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. Need either one of you. I'll keep Viessa. Cause. That's good. So now I have 21,000 of these fucking coins. And nothing here I want to buy. I know I could buy these, but I got 7,000 of them. I could buy these, but I got 9,000 of them. I don't need copper and I don't need gold. I don't see any point in having more than one of each one of those. I don't want the white ones, the basic ones, because who does? And much the same with this. Why would you want anything but the gold versions? So, we need new shit, Dev. We need new shit. It's so girthy. I wonder what that refers to. All right. Like I said, I think we've had a pretty productive day. We got our dailies done. I've been continuing the research for all the weapons. I've even got some that I need to start working on getting to level 40, which will help my overall mastery rank. Oop, we're at level 40, speaking of. We'll go ahead and do this, and that'll be the last one for that slot. Bam! Bam! I like the fact that people look at my Viessa now and they'll be like, 28? That's right, bitches.
Wanna feel a chill?
That's how serious a Viessa player I am. Max that shit out. Get back into place. Max it out. No. You know, I tried the armor, the fellow armor on the other dogs, and it just doesn't look as good as it looks on the shepherd. It just doesn't. But it might be because I colored in black. But it didn't look good on him, and it didn't look good on him. I like the way they. It's like these two dogs are the friendly support animals that anybody in the crew can use, and Midnight can only be used by certain people. He only likes Viessa, Blair, and Daya. And truth be told, he really only likes Viessa. He just tolerates Blair and Daya. But he knows who his mommy is. And it's Viessa. Hey. I know you. We're just down taking out the wall crasher. All right. Thank you for being here, everybody. Much appreciated. Serp, always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure. I hope you plan to stick around for the 5 Hearts Under One Roof. I could use a little support helping me woo the lovely ladies of that game. And for anybody else out there who might be lurking, thank you for being here, and you too are welcome to join me in a few moments for 5 Hearts Under One Roof. Just stay on my page and just refresh it in a couple of minutes, and I should have it up and going. I'm going to take a quick sec. I'm going to... it shouldn't... do... roughly? Yeah. It's not going to be a long pause. I might run and grab a snack. Some chips or something, but yeah, it's going to be pretty much immediately. Thank you. If you're watching this as a video later, thank you for making it this far into the video. Greatly appreciate you. As much as I do anybody else. If any of you groups of people saw something here that you were entertained by, maybe I made you laugh or chuckle or smile, maybe you just like watching the lovely ladies kill shit, Perhaps you could see your way clear to leave me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe. Particularly subscribes are important right now. Subscriptions. I picked up one last night during Fall Guys, so I'm up to back up to 420. So we're 80 away from the 500 necessary to unlock super chats and memberships. So anything that you could do to help out with that would be greatly appreciated. Perhaps if you're a often viewer, a frequent viewer, but you haven't decided to subscribe yet, maybe today could be that day. I would say thank you if you could. Also, if you choose to support the channel in a different way, and this is totally optional, totally up to you, it's just there in case, I have links to my Patreon and my Ko-fi on my YouTube community page. Again, it's totally optional, totally up to you, but if you saw something here that you think might be worth a buck or two, that would be the place to drop it, and it would be greatly appreciated, particularly at this particular point in my life. But again, totally up to you. While you're at all that, check out the rest of the shit on my channel. I have over 1,300 videos. Just all sorts of shit to entertain your eyeballs. You'd be amazed at how much stuff I have to watch. I've got concerts that I've been to, shot on a good quality phone, so it's worth watching if you're into those particular bands that I went and saw. Pretty close on a couple of the shows, so those are pretty cool to watch. I don't get anything from those. They are copyright claimed by the bands, which is only makes sense and totally expected. But, again, they're worth a look. I also have original music that I write the lyrics to, and I stress that heavily, because I know that's very important to a lot of people. And I guess rightfully so. But yes, I write 100% of all the lyrics. And then I feed them into an AI app with extensive prompts and give life to them in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle. You will currently find 10 albums on my channel right now of some good quality music. If you're into chick metal and chick rock, or just metal and rock in general, I believe you might like it. You never know. Give it a shot. They're about 30 minutes a piece, about 12 to 13 songs a piece, so it's not a huge investment of your time, and you never know, you might discover something that is your new obsession. You never know. You never know. And you can also find the lovely ladies of The Circle every Wednesday night on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is the female division of my original character simulated wrestling federation. Big event, big pay-per-view coming up tomorrow for the female division. Big deal, big deal. You've got an undefeated challenger and a 2.5-year run female women's world champion going head to head. So you should probably check that out. You never know. It's pretty good wrestling. Pretty good wrestling. You would think it's just to get, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You really would. It's better wrestling than WWE puts out right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. For one thing, in a 3-hour show of a WWE Raw or SmackDown, you might get 4 matches. You get at least double that. At least double that in my shit. So, there you go. The men's division is every Monday for Monday Night Mania. Then I also have a female celebrity federation. It's every Tuesday. That's Tuesday Night Download. I've got a Marvel vs. DC that's coming soon. Last week during the 420 subathon, they gave a sneak preview of all the characters that will be involved in that. You should check that out and see if you might be interested in watching that. It'll be coming up soon. Then I also have upgrades for the men's division and the female celebrity federation coming towards the end of the year. I'm kind of excited about that. The female celebrity federation is on 2K19. So it was basically my first real use of the community creations and uploading your own images and stuff like that. So there was a lot of things that I didn't get right for skin tones and shit like that I've tried to fix in the upcoming upgrade. and I think you will be pleased with it. There's going to be a bunch of new characters. I dropped a couple, not many, but I also had like 10 spaces of extra outfits for the girls that I kind of abandoned that and just added new more celebrities in place of it. So they won't. Some of the characters won't have as many outfits as they've had, but there'll be more characters. So that's, it's a trade-off. On top of all that, I do these daily live streams between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. ish, except for Mondays currently. Eventually, I will get back to doing Mondays, but it's a money thing. Mondays I give plasma, and because I need that extra cash, unfortunately. So I have to. Those are postponed for a while till I get caught up on shit. But yes, between 6 and 9, where I play this lovely game that we all love so much, the First Descendant. Sometimes chat joins with me, and we farm for various things or take on some of the harder missions, and sometimes chat's here to give me advice and help me along as I try to make my characters as best as I can. And then sometimes they're here to give me shit when in the way that I choose to do that. But a fun time is had by all regardless, and we would love for you to be a part of that. We're developing a really cool community of people who show up around this time, off and on. You got different people, all sorts of guys. You'll see the same names pop up. They're all pretty cool. So if you see this pop up in your feed, stop on by, say hey. We'll say hey, and a good time will be had. Also, every Friday between 8 and 11 p.m., I have Fall Guys Fortnite Friday, where I play Fall Guys and Fortnite. Much like with this game, I'm totally open to playing with chat, but only if you want a duo, trio, or squad. No one-on-ones. That's a hard, fast rule of the channel. I'm sorry. No offense. That shit's just boring. It's just boring. If it bores me playing it, it bores people watching it. I know it. So, no offense, but that's the way it's got to be. On top of all that, as if that wasn't enough, I also have a shitload of playthroughs, all kinds of genres, all kinds of titles. Horror, action, adventure, racing, roguelite, walking simulators. I'm down to play just about anything, and I have a massive library of over 300 games that I've played precious little of. So if you, dear viewer, or dear listener, yes you, I'm talking to you. If there's a particular game out there that you would like to see me play, throw it in the comments. If it's in my library, bam, it immediately gets bumped up to the top of the list. It'll be the next one rotated in after I end one. So, where else are you going to get a deal like that? You can have that much influence and impact over the content produced by this channel. All you got to do is say something. All you got to do. And I guess, ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, that just leaves me to say thank you once again. I truly do appreciate the support that you guys give me, that you guys are willing to spend any time out of your busy schedules to watch me play these goofy-ass games. It means the world to me. All I can do is provide the channel. It is you guys that are going to push it forward. And I can't thank you enough, but I'll never stop trying. And stay tuned. In just a few minutes, I will be back to do a little bit of 5 Hearts Under One Roof. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. And until next time, later.